How many realtors do you know? I mean, let's just be honest about it. Every single one of our friends and every person we know knows multiple realtors. So, what I want to tell you about today is pretty important. Why you shouldn't use your friend just because they're a realtor. If your friend is a great realtor, use them. That's a different story. What we see way too much is people using their friends because they are a realtor. Oh, well, I'll just give them the business. But what if they don't do any business or don't even know how the business works or don't know any of your agents and don't have the relationship and don't know how to assess the value of a home? You want to trust a 500,000, 800,000, $1.5 million deal to somebody who's inexperienced just because they're your friend? Again, maybe your friend is on a big real estate team. Oh, I have a big real estate team. And the reason why my new agents are so good is because they get trained every single day. If your friend is a realtor and is just out there on their own and does one or two transactions a year, how can they protect your best interests in a real estate transaction? Maybe some have done a lot of deals in the past, so it works. So it's not really like an impossible thing. But I find all these, oh, I'm using my cousin Freddy because they have a license. That's not the reason. A real estate agent is really important. I know there's this weird conception out there that all real estate agents are the same. We're all bobbleheads and they just open doors. But I'm just here to tell you it's not true. It's why you can't use your cousin Freddy as your realtor. It's not a good idea. Cousin Freddy doesn't really know what they're doing. How do I know this? My name is Jonathan Green. I run a big team called Streamline Properties on Market, brokered by eXp Realty. I've been investing for 30 years, so I used to use agents and they were bad. So when I created this team, I wanted to make sure that all of my agents, including my brand new agents who haven't done as many sales as I have, are up to the task of working with anyone, including their family and friends. But I have to be honest with them. If you're not the best agent for the job for your family, they may go with somebody else because what everybody deserves is somebody who they know, like, and trust and who has their best interests at heart throughout the entire transaction. Sometimes your cousin Freddie just wants to hit that commission check at the end. They don't even know what goes on in home inspections or how to work with the attorney or what happens or how to get the lender to stay on track. Cousin Freddie's, I mean, he's not that good. Why are you using him as your agent? Don't use your friend just because they are a realtor. Use your friend if they are a great realtor and they know what they're doing. But if not, you can't do it. You're putting too much in the hands. A realtor can really ham up a deal. I'm going to be honest with you. We don't do it on my team. I'm overseeing everything on all my agents. Things happen, deals go haywire. But in general, an agent who's inexperienced, they can still do a good job, but generally, if you really have a lot of money at stake, you want an expert in the area, in the field, who knows how transactions work. They work with good providers, they know the attorney, they know the title company, they know the lender. This makes the transaction go smooth. And more than that, they know all the agents in business. So it's much easier when I'm doing a transaction with an agent I know because I know how we can communicate. It's pretty easy to get to know agents, but the hardest thing is when you're a good agent and you're working with a bad agent. I mean, it's just true. We just have to do the job for them, and that's fine. But again, we get concerned when on the other side is an agent who's not doing a great job. We're concerned for the other party. Are their needs being met? Obviously, my job on one side of the transaction and my fiduciary duty is to my client, but they also want to close the deal. So sometimes we kind of have to help out because cousin Freddie is on the other side. Should have just called this video Cousin Freddie. But listen, just because we have friends that are realtors, we all know 10 realtors. Everybody knows a realtor. That doesn't mean they're a full-time participant, an expert in the real estate business. Ask them the questions. Do you know the average price point of this neighborhood? How many deals did you do last year? What kind of back-end services do you have? Like we have a team success manager and a transaction coordinator so that everybody is working together, multiple people on the team to make sure that the transaction is always going smooth. And that's why people look to real estate teams. We're little mini brokerages inside a brokerage, and we're built to help clients maximize their time and do everything efficiently. I mean, you don't even want to hear about the efficiency of Cousin Freddy. It's bad. It's because you chose Cousin Freddy just because they had a license or you were being nice, and then you feel like you can't get out of it when you realize that Fred doesn't know what he's doing. These are your issues. Don't do it. Don't use Cousin Freddy, please. You don't have to use us at Streamline Properties on Market, brokered by eXp Realty, but don't use your Cousin Freddy just because they're a realtor. Have a good day.